Hello fellow truckers and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. As you can see, we have a big bulldozer on the back of our truck. We're going to be taking that from, or we're in the middle of the load. We've been taking it from Sandpoint, Idaho up to, or over to Tacoma, Washington. It's about a 12-hour drive left on this with about, 326 miles left to go on the trip. In the last episode, we're going to go ahead and get on the road now. In the last episode, we needed to stop for gas, and there happened to be a repair shop nearby, so we were able to get a little bit of upgrades done. So be sure to go back and check out that episode, see the changes that we made to make this truck better. The goal of this series right now has been to buy one of every truck, get it into our fleet, so that we're able to, you know, have some diversity of rigs in our fleet and just kind of have one of everything. Once we get to that point, I'm not really sure what else we're going to do after that. I did take a break from this series for quite a long time and just recently came back to start doing it again. So I may take another break once we're done buying all of those trucks, or just when I get tired of playing this game again. But anyways, before we get too far into the video, I'd like to ask you to help us to reach our next major channel milestone of 10,000 subscribers by hitting that subscribe button. The number doesn't go up unless you actually press the button, so be sure to go ahead and do that now. Hit the like button to spread the video out to more people so that they can subscribe, and then when you're done watching this video here, head over to the channel and check out the more than 1,600 other videos that we have that are organized in a nice, neat little playlist to help you find what you need. I play a bunch of different games, and you're bound to find something that you're interested in watching. Let's get our cruise control set here. Eventually, we get the window on top thing set here. Oops, it didn't like that. Hello. Oh, it's like it turned on for whatever reason. Pressing the keybind that puts my window always on top put me in neutral. I'm sure there's a keybind in there that did that. Anyways, yeah, we have about 300 miles left on this trip. It's going to be a relatively short video because this is the 5th video that I'm recording for the day for my weekend. So I'm a little worn out, ready to be done doing these recordings. So ideally, we'll be able to knock the rest of this trip out pretty quickly, get the load parked where it's supposed to be done, and then call it a day. But it depends on traffic. It depends on terrain. I think this is mostly going to be freeway driving because I think it took us down to this major interstate here, and we're going to be on it probably the entire way to get there. So with any luck, it shouldn't take us more than 10-15 minutes to get over there. I will try to make it as interesting as I can. We're on this nice little thing here. So we did upgrade our truck with the nice dual stacks and the windows there, and you know, as much chrome as I could put on here. We got the little beacons and stuff. You look over here, make sure I'm not going to hit anything. Bumpers and all different kinds of stuff that we popped on here. I basically did every exterior mod that I could do except for the wheels, because I just didn't really want to go through doing all that customization, because each wheel has 3 different things you can customize, and I just didn't feel like messing around with that. The default stock wheels are good enough, and most of the visual stuff that I did was enough. I did have to go research, or I did have to go look up the hex code for the international orange color, because, don't pull in front of me, because I'm just going to leave it at 55. I don't mind speeding a little bit, because this is an international truck, and I'm trying to do the international colors. Now, this is the last of the international trucks that we need to buy. This is the last of, I'm trying to get one of every truck, and this is the last of the international trucks that we need to buy. We already have the other 2 models that are available for this game. So after this, I'm not sure which model we're going to go for next. I may just leave it up to chance, and whatever the nearest dealership is will be, whatever the next model dealership is that's closest to us wherever we are, may be what we end up deciding to go with. Unless you guys leave a comment saying that you want a specific model. As a matter of fact, let's take a second while we're thinking about this to look at... I'm not familiar with this new interface, so I need to... Okay, truck manager. Yeah, so we just have these 3 international Lone Stars. I'm driving one. I have 2 drivers driving the other 2. So basically, we have all the other brands of trucks to get. They did release a new major update to the game right when on the day that I actually came back to do this. So I'm not super familiar with the way that the menu system and all that stuff is laid out yet. It's going to take me a little bit of trial and error to go through all that stuff. And I mean, it's pretty similar to what was there before, but they modernized it quite a bit. and they did do a little bit of reorganization of the categories and stuff. So it'll take me a little bit to get to an intuitive understanding of the menu because I'm used to it being a different way, and obviously it's not that way anymore. All right, so you're gonna stop before you make your little right turn there. I really hate it when they do that. Okay. So yeah, just try to blast our way down the freeway here as quickly as we can. I do try to drive as realistically as I can, but I have turned off all the fines and stuff just because there's some irritating things that are outside of your control that can happen that end up costing you money in a way that's, I think, is unfair. So I do have fines and stuff turned off, but I have realistic fuel consumption and damage and all of that other stuff. I also turned off, for recording purposes, I turned off the fatigue simulation just so I could make sure that I could decide what time of day we're going to be driving in. Because driving at night kind of sucks, and sometimes I'll do my videos at night just because why not? But most of the time I'd rather do the videos during the day because you guys can actually see things. At night it's all dark, and especially with the way YouTube deals with lighting after the compression and all that stuff, it makes it really hard to see anything. So I'm a big fan of turning off as many of the impediments to enjoying the game as I can, and just enjoying the ambiance of being on the road in the truck. But we still have all the. I haven't made any modifications to the economy system in the game, or the damage system, or the fuel system, or anything like that. So the only things I've turned off are the things that just can get kind of annoying and can be outside of your control because of stupid stuff. Like, I have no problem. Obviously you're going to get into an accident every once in a while, and you should be charged for that. But at the same time, a lot of times the NPC cars will just randomly run into you, and then you get charged for that. And it's like. And there were some red light issues, like there was stopping at red light issues or stop sign issues that can be a problem if you don't do it exactly the way that the game expects you to do it. So I prefer to just turn that stuff off and not have to worry about it. But outside of that, especially on a recording like this, I'll try to drive as realistically as I can. Not really sure what else to talk about in this video. I've already. All of the videos that I do these days require a lot of talking, so coming up with things to talk about it can be a little bit difficult. That's not your problem, but it's just the reality of the situation. That's another reason why I don't really mind if this video is only going to be like 10-15 minutes, because I'm more or less out of things to talk about for today, and I'm kind of talked out at this point. I'm ready to get this load dropped off, get the video uploaded, and then have a couple of days where I don't have to worry about doing recordings. But yeah, we had $150 some odd thousand in the last episode, and as you can see, we're down to $30,000 because I spent a great deal of that customizing this truck. The goal is to buy the truck, upgrade the truck as much as I feel like upgrading it, and then we start saving up. We start saving up for the next truck. So that we can buy that and then upgrade that, and then just over time we'll eventually get one of every kind of truck in the game, get it fully upgraded. I'm going to actually speed up a little bit so that we can get past this truck because he insists on being right in front of me, but he's not driving fast enough that I can just leave my cruise control set and not have to worry about him. He's alternating his speed and speeding up and slowing down and doing a bunch of irritating things that's making it impossible to just leave my cruise control on. But I also don't want to just hang out here in the left lane because it's annoying when slower vehicles are doing that. So I'm going to try to get around this guy, and then we can get back into the right lane and ideally not have to worry about him anymore, because he went out of his way to pass me and then didn't go any faster. Really, really annoying when they do that. People do that stuff in real life too, and I don't understand it. It's like, why did you go out of your way to get around me, and then you're not going to go any faster than I was going? I guess I do kind of have to stay here for now, though, because we got a nice big lake coming up here, though. I'm hoping. I want to get over to the. I guess we'll get over to the right now. Ideally, this car is going to speed up and start going faster than what we're doing. I'll pull the speed back down to 60 again, so that way. Ideally, he's going to be doing at least 60, and I won't have to worry about him anymore. Yeah, we got a nice big lake here. All right, sorry for flinging the view around too much, but I want to make sure I'm not going to hit anybody. I want to give you guys enough of a view that you can actually see, but I need to look ahead every couple of seconds to make sure that people aren't slamming on their brakes and doing stupid things that are going to make it to where I crash into them, because nobody wants to do that. All right. So I haven't really been paying attention to the road signage, but is this an interstate? It seems weird to have an interstate where I'm only able to do 60 miles an hour. I mean, obviously in like California, that 55 is the truck speed limit everywhere, but out here in the more boony-like areas, you expect to be able to travel a little faster. But I'm pretty sure we're on an interstate. I'm actually going to pop the speed limit back up to 65 because that's just a little bit more reasonable. Because we still have another 155 miles to go, which in-game isn't really that much. It's another 4 or 5 minutes probably. That sucks. Fortunately, this guy has the same idea I do of wanting to just hurry up. Yeah, okay, they have a truck speed limit of 60, so... This guy has the same idea that I do, trying to get around this truck. So I'm hoping he'll move out of the way. And then I'm probably going to bump the speed up to 70. Just because, you know, in real life, we all speed. Like, most people speed. Most people go faster than the speed limit. Even truckers. Like, a lot of truckers go faster than the speed limit. And it only matters if you get caught. Alright, I would really like for this guy to get out of my way. He's, like, tapping on his brakes. I don't know, is that like a new AI thing where they do that, or is he just randomly tapping his brakes for no reason? We need to hurry up and get around this guy because he's annoying and in the way. Oh, the other guy moved over too. If I was on my own time, realistically, I'd be using the side of the road to get around these guys because this is annoying. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, we're not doing that. There's another thing that, you know, realistically I should be doing it, but there's no way for me to safely get over there. So normally there would be a nominal fee for missing the station. It is what it is. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. All right, so let's get now we got these guys out of the way. Let's get I'm going to put the speed up to 70, and we'll just assume that we just don't get caught. It is what it is. Maybe one day when I'm able to like have a full-on sim rig and all that stuff, I'll try to go for ultra realism. But for now, we're just enjoying being in a truck. That's it. Okay, so we're down to 100 miles now. So, and if we can maintain, you know, a reasonable 70-ish miles an hour, then ideally we should get there in the next couple minutes, next few minutes. It shouldn't take us too long to get there, so. We'll enjoy the scenery as we're driving through this. Nice trees that we don't really have down here in Southern California. I mean, we do, but they're further. They're not in the area that I'm in. I'm in the San Diego area, and we don't really have big fat trees like these. There are some, but they're not as prolific as they are like right here. Around this turn here. It's like nice shadows, though. I'm enjoying the shadows from the trees. The clock says it's 8:50 p.m. Seems awful sunny for 8:50 p.m. But that's the funny thing about time in this game is that it's not necessarily true to life, which is kind of weird. They should really adjust it to where, you know, the sunrise happens sometime between 5 and 7 in the morning most days, and because I don't think they do seasons, right? There's no seasons in this game, So they should have it to where the sun rises around 6 in the morning, and it starts to set around where like it's actually setting right around this time, rather than it still being looks more or less like late afternoon / early evening. I don't think the sunrises and sunsets in this game are necessarily the most realistic or the most reasonable. Okay, so we're supposed to exit here. We're actually really close to our destination at this point. They want us to go to the left here, so hopefully I didn't cut that truck off, but if I did, then oh well, sorry. I don't know what to say about that other than it's a computer generated truck, and it has no feelings, so I'm not overly worried about it. So the speed limit on here is still 60 miles an hour. Oh, because it's still a kind of a highway kind of thing. Okay. We're on the 405. We're almost to our destination. We'll be able to get there and back this in pretty quickly once we get there. Just need to hurry up and get there and get off the road, because I'm ready to be done for the day. Just like most truckers at the end of their trip, I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to get out of the seat and go find something to do other than sitting in this chair. Which we could do if I guess they're all driving the speed limit. Never mind. They're driving the speed limit. I guess it's reasonable. I'm mostly just I like to get places before it gets dark and it looks like the sun's setting pretty quickly now that it's after oh wait, I confused myself. I could have swore it said 8:50 something a minute ago. I could have swore it said 8:50 something. Oh, that was I keep looking at the estimated delivery time and not the actual time. Okay, so it's 8 p.m. now. Sorry, I'm sure that you were looking at the screen going, what is he talking about? Because they have two different times right next to each other, which is the way it should be. Like I was complaining about Star Trucker because they didn't have it the way that this has it. But I keep looking at the estimated delivery time and thinking that that's the time because it's the easiest to get to time that I can see on the screen. But the actual time is way over to the far right, and I wasn't paying attention to that. So never mind. The time is actually pretty reasonable. The sun is actually starting to go down now, so that's good. I take it back. The thing that sucks though is that because people have a tendency to comment as soon as they see something that they want to correct, they comment first, and then I end up getting a correction to something that I ended up. We're too close to the end of this to be messing around with your way station crap. So sorry, we're ignoring that one. We're ignoring that one too. I get people who will correct something in the. I get people who will correct something that I ended up correcting later because they didn't stay and they didn't wait until the end of the video to correct whatever it is they wanted to correct. Right, so we are almost there. Need to exit this exit here. If you're wondering why I am sometimes all over the road, it's because I use a controller to drive, and that's not necessarily the most accurate thing to use when you're trying to do this. It also is it's also the reason why I end up having to tap the brakes a lot, because to get the kind of control I need out of the brakes, I have to do like a back and forth motion with the thumbstick to kind of tap the brakes to get what I need. Because there's a fine line and an easily crossable line between not enough brakes and too much brakes, and with the short throw of the stick on the controller here, it's very easy to cross that. I'm not sure if I thought I had the lights on. Oh, I do. They're just not bright. Something about this time of day where they make it to where you have to sit in darkness, and then the headlights aren't yet quite effective enough to actually have that happen, which is kind of weird. I don't know if that's a programming engine limitation or what the deal is with that, but it makes it to where like the first hour or so after sunset, it's just unreasonably dark. Okay. So I'm a little confused. Oh. Is this... I think this might be our thing. It's just the gate's not open because I didn't turn towards it. So let's turn into here, and hopefully the gate will open. Yeah, okay. It was a little confusing because they had the gate here, so I couldn't really tell. And then, so now we got to find... Oh, the funny thing is that we picked our load up from a place like this. So we may be able to just pull in and drop it off. Just got to see where the... Oh, of course it's this one. That's fine. We can, we'll back it in here. Oh, it's a... Hold on, I gotta go forward a little bit more. Gotta try to make sure I don't hit that building over here, though. I can't really see it, so I think we're far enough away that we'll miss it now. All right, that'll work. Sometimes I get these really great on the first time. So, anyways, we're going to go ahead and call that a day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to click the like button if you did to spread the video out to other people. Click the subscribe button to help us reach the next milestone of 10,000 subscribers. Join the channel as a member if you'd like to support our work here. You get early access to videos, among other perks, depending on the tier that you choose. Or you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. Again, thank you very much for watching this episode of American Truck Simulator. Be sure to come back for our next ride, and I'll see you then.